That's a really massive claim to make, that men have more rights.
I did not say that. I said women are not constitutionally equal to men.
Okay.
I believe that because the ERA is passed. You disagree with that point.
But I've tried to articulate that.
Well, I think that's fair. What about the ERA? What about the ERA will make women equal to men?
It passing.
Yeah, but what
Define it.
Wait, can I ask you a question? Wait, can I ask you a question? If there was nothing in the bill, and the title of the bill was purely Equal Rights Amendment, and there's just nothing in the actual bill.
And women are equal to men in the Constitution, and that's all it said? Yeah, great, pass it. That's what I'm saying. Why it didn't pass.
Because it was political, and the name does not mean that is what is inside of it. That's what this person was trying to bring up in the super chat about the Violence Against Women Act actually not protecting women. It's just a name. If you're involved in politics, if you follow this for a long time, you know that they pass these bills and they put these bills up solely so Democrats can look at you, if you're a Republican, and say, Republicans don't believe in equal rights for women. And then people believe it.
Okay.
So don't believe it.
If the issue is societal too, what is just passing a bill going to do? If it's like a societal norm issue,
I think it starts at those base levels.
Yeah, but how does that change your day-to-day life? And
wait, I actually have a question on this. If the ERA was passed, what tangible changes would occur?
I think, isn't it true that if the ERA passed, Roe versus Wade would have been protected more? So
what does that have to do with rights between men and women?
Isn't that a right to bodily autonomy?
Yeah, men have no reproductive rights, so you can't make this comparison. Yeah. Men don't have a right to an abortion, or they don't have a right to prevent women from getting an abortion.
I don't know. My dad had to sign off on my mom getting her tubes tied.
This is a feminist trope I hear about. I don't know if there's
not a
any
trope.
validity.
It actually happens.
I don't know if there's actually any validity to doctors requiring a spouse to consent to these things. Perhaps in years past, I have no idea if this is still.
It's crazy too.
It is more considerably harder to get your tubes tied than for a man to get a vasectomy.
Hold on.
No, my dad had to sign a paper.
Hold on. Wait. That has nothing to do with the consent of the spouse. Getting your tubes tied is a far more invasive procedure than a vasectomy. To start there.
They do often ask about spouse. They do often ask children, and they do play that.
I've
into
heard
a factor,
stories from men all over the country that when they went in to get a vasectomy, that the doctor demanded that they come in and do counseling first with their wife before they made the decision to have the vasectomy.
I don't think that's correct.
Well, right. So this is the thing. I don't think that it's correct to say that your dad had to sign off on the tube tying either.
I'm saying that it happened, but it shouldn't have. It should not be a thing.
I'm not sure that it did happen. If we're just using
okay,
incredelity,
well, if you're just going to call me a liar, then I can just go around the table and call you all liars all night.
Okay,
well, but that's why we don't use an argument from incredelity. If you say to me, I don't think.
What about an argument from experience?
I don't think that happens. If you say to me, I don't think that happens.
What if it actually happened to me?
If it actually happens to you, that's different. But it didn't actually happen to you. It happened to someone else. But for you to say, I just simply don't think that that's true. If that you can assert that, then I just assert it about everything you say. Yeah, but I just don't think that that's true. Yeah, but I just don't think that that's true. Right? That's why you don't make assertions or claims unless you can either logically demonstrate them, empirically demonstrate them, or in some way demonstrate them.
So the evidence, would you like me to get the paperwork or something?
That would be evidence.
Okay.
I have to move it off of the tube tying thing. But back to this. So if the ERA was passed, what would be the sort of tangible results when it came to the equality that women could expect to receive that they don't currently have, that you can't articulate?
I think that I said that Roe versus Wade would have been more protected.
That's not true.
Well, then I like I said, I told you I don't know.
Chrissy, do you know if in the ERA there's anything in there that has anything to do with abortion rights?
I think that she's referencing making abortion legal at a federal level, but Roe versus Wade, that's not what Roe versus Wade is.
That's what it is then. Yes, abortion would be legal at a federal level. Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
So aside from abortion, which it's not clear to me if that has really anything to do with a comparative analysis of rights between men and women, can you give me anything else that would tangibly change if the ERA was passed for women?
No.
Okay. So then, is that a checkmate?
That's it, yeah. There's
Yeah.
nowhere to go with
All
that.
right.